Welcome once again to the Language and Etymology Chronicles, where words shape worlds. Choose yours consciously. Language is not just a tool that we use, it's a structure that we live inside. And when we forget the original meaning of words, we choose someone else's reality. Today's word, habit. When you hear the word habit, you might think of something you do automatically, often without thinking, and may be related to words like the bad habit. But the original meaning of habit is from the Latin word habitus, which means condition, state of being, how one lives. It comes from the verb habere, to have, to hold, to possess. So originally, a habit was not something you did repeatedly. It was something you held. It was a way of being, a posture for existence, a lived condition. Over time, particularly around the 17th century, the meaning started to narrow, started to shift, and habit began to emphasize repeated behavior, automatic action, ingrained patterns. And so it shifted from a state of being to actually a pattern of doing. So in modern language, habit often implies compulsion, lack of control, something difficult to break. What does this shift do to us? Well, if the earlier meaning implied you hold the state, then the modern meaning is the pattern or is holding you. When you think about habits only as an unconscious behavior, your approach is changed. You need to break it. You need to fight it. You need to eliminate it. But its original sense, habit was about embodiment, about becoming. It's how you practice something into your nervous system. It was not the enemy. It was accumulated holding. And what is held can be reshaped. When we forget the deeper root of the word, we reduce ourselves to mechanics instead of consciousness. We believe repetition defines us. We feel trapped by patterns instead of responsible for our posture. But if we return to habitus, then habit becomes what you are holding, what you are wearing, what you are becoming. It's a state of practiced form. Doesn't that change everything? Because now transformation is not about force. It's about choosing what you hold long enough, what you become. Habit is a proof of who you are. And practice can always be changed. There's something freeing in remembering that, isn't there? So language is not just how we communicate, it's the architect of our reality. And when we forget what words once meant, we don't just lose language, we lose agency. This is Gail Craft on the Language and Etymology Chronicle. Because the fastest way to reshape the future is to remember the past, the hidden reality inside our words. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.